All right, we all know about warranty nightmares. Automotive Warranty Network Incorporated. If your warranty process still involves sticky notes, tribal knowledge, and late night claims rejections, you're leaving money on the table. Automotive Warranty Network Incorporated brings clarity, compliance, and cash flow to your warranty game. They speak fluent OEM, and they've got your back. Hey, I want to encourage you to take a visit over to our partner, Target Automotive, target.com. That is great until you're drowning in it. Target turns that chaos into clarity with dashboards that actually make sense. Fixed ops leaders finally get what they need: real-time, drill-down insights without the spreadsheet migraines. It's not just business intelligence. It's Target. First of all, welcome to Fixed Ops Mastermind, everybody. We are happy that you're here. It is, as Russell said, a roll your own edition. We may have to make that the official name, Russell.
I love it.
I do like that. I need you to roll your own.
All right. So let me, I was
Get us back on track, Dave. Come on.
Melissa this. So I recorded a Mobile Service Monday show today.
Today's Tuesday.
And we were, what's that?
Isn't today Tuesday?
Yeah, I recorded. Didn't go live. I recorded.
Oh, that's why I can't call the number when it's live.
That's why. That's why I don't put the number up anymore. So, anyways, you guys are all over the place tonight. So the topic came up of gross profit percentages, and we were talking about that the dealers have gotten used to fixed ops gross profit margins, 75 plus.
Yep.
But how that is not normal in a brick and mortar retail environment, right? How that's not a normal gross profit that you would expect in any other brick and mortar type retail establishment. And so that mobile service, when it starts to get introduced, obviously is a much lower gross profit percentage. And depending on how the dealer is running it, it may not turn a profit at all. But that was one of the things that he felt was maybe slowing some of the adoption of more mobile service programs, was because dealers were looking at 15 or 20% gross profit margin and going, why would I put any effort into that? So looking
because
for thoughts on that.
They're thinking right now and not long game.
We're just talking about labor gross, right? Because obviously it's more 50 to 53% if you're going total gross between parts and labor, right?
Well,
Yeah,
blending, you're gonna bring it down,
right?
But if you're a Ford dealer, you're still getting kickback to an extent. Are you including that into that?
Yeah, no, we weren't including that. These were two Ford dealers, but not including the money from Ford. They both treat that as funny money. So they obviously get the money and take the money, but that gets put aside when they're calculating the business itself, so that because they know at some point Ford's going to say, okay, we're done paying this money, right?
True. But I mean, there's ways to keep your gross above line in a mobile service business environment. I had a dealer I was working with outside of Milwaukee that one of two things happened. Either their mobile service was doing remote diag and they were diagnosing your check engine lights and things like that offsite, or they were installing the special order parts that you came in for on a pickup and delivery, and they were doing the parts installation remote, unless they actually had to have a lift in order to do the parts installation, so that they were collecting the labor of a full service tech remote in those instances. And I think if you're willing to go ahead and widen the breadth beyond express filters, batteries, then you have an opportunity there to actually get better gross. Now, you're not going to hit. Ray Hernandez is a great point. If your gross is above 80%, you're screwing your tech.
Amen.
And
Well said.
I'm not going to say that you're going to be in the 78 range, but you can get up into the 60% range with an express tech doing remote or a junior tech remote doing diag, brake work, and mechanical work remotely. You're providing a better opportunity for a survey, and you're getting better results as far as getting the next purchase of a car from that customer.
Yeah, the survey is a huge thing, and I would expect if mobile continues to grow that OEMs will break out their mobile surveys from regular main shop surveys. They'll treat them differently in some way. They'll be scored differently.
I I would agree on that.
Probably not be hard though. I mean, look at somebody like Bozard and everything we know about them. How are the customers not thrilled that the stuff's being done in their driveway and they don't have to inconvenience themselves? It's got to
Well,
be hard.
That's an
they
amazing
are, and
operation.
Bozard is getting like 100 surveys a month just for mobile, and
Right.
mostly thousands. So that's what I'm saying is sooner or later an OEM is the OEMs are gonna, they're giving out all this CSI money on a service that you really, the customer service bar is a little bit less because your tech has built that relationship. If you have a good tech that'll build the relationship, the much less chance that that customer is gonna kill you on a survey.
Yeah.
But the
Well, it
smart
goes deeper
infrastructure,
than, sorry, Ralph, go ahead.
I was going to say the infrastructure cost that Bozart has going with the satellite parts facilities or boxes that they have stationed throughout the city in order for the techs to be able to have the turn for mobile service. There's additional costs that they've invested in order to get the 70 some trucks moving and humming in order to keep them fully running all the time versus coming back to the dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I mean, for a lot of things,
Yep,
Bozard is the unicorn, right? In
they
the
are the
industry.
unicorn.
That's
No, they're the
it's
trend setter. I mean, if you look at their market, what
Yeah.
they've actually been able to grab outside of their PMA,
Mhm.
they're actually building.
Quick break in the action. Let's talk parts. Yeah, that corner of the dealership most people don't look at until there's a fire. Parts Edge helps you clean up that mess. Smarter inventory, better margins, and no more guessing games. It's like giving your parts manager a crystal ball, except this one actually works. Spiffy. You can manage your mobile appointments, optimize your service routes, track inventory, and process payments, all with Spiffy, and you can learn more at spiffy.com. You ever wish you could inspect every car like a tech with X-ray vision? UVI is like an MRI for your car. UVI doesn't miss a thing. Scans the tires, the underbody, body panels, and wheels for scuffs in seconds, giving your team instant, actionable intel without slowing down the lane. That's not the future. That's UVI, and it's live in stores today.
Their business at the expense of mobile service. Like they're
Right.
building customer base
Right.
growth, market growth, they're outselling their competitors. And it's all as a result of
That's right.
mobile service. Like, and
That's
if you
right.
think about it as a dealer, why would you not invest in an infrastructure? Because here's the reality. That is where the future
It is.
headed. Smaller shops and more facilities on the road, right? If you look at all the predictors, that's where it's headed. And if you're a customer, which I think all of us are, where would you rather have your vehicle serviced, in your driveway or sitting at a dealership?
Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
Right?
I also
Mhm.
think that Dave, you mentioned that the manufacturers paying the money on CSI. I think they'd be happy to do that if they continue to get the good scores that they're getting and the customers are satisfied with it. That's really
Yeah.
what the CSI money is for. And if they're satisfied with having you come out in a van and do it, hell, I'd pay you for that.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
Look at what
That's a
John
good point.
Benstock did, right? He went, and the reason he became as large as he did as a Honda dealership where they are in New York, they went out to customers, brought their cars back to the shop, they
24/7.
fixed them, right? And he
Mhm.
talked about that openly in the Honda world is like, hey, well, you're missing an opportunity here. Go to where the customer is, bring the car to you, or in this case, bring a mobile service. Here's the reality. Go deeper. If you look at Cox's study, they said that the average dealer repair order count grew about 12%. Well, the independents grew in that same time frame 39%. So where are your customers going? They're going where it's convenient, right? That's it. It's not a cost thing. They're going where it's convenient.
That's
Mhm.
right. That's they're visionaries. They see the future. That's where it's going. I'm going to default to my convenience store analogy down the street where a gallon of milk costs $6. If I go to a neighborhood Walmart, it costs $2.49. It's cheaper to pay the $6.
Yeah.
Hence the word convenience. Because first of all,
Right.
you're not going to be there and back in 5 minutes. That's not, and you're where's dairy products? And if you think you're walking out for less than $100 bill, that's not happening. The total turnaround time, they're very strategic about this. First of all, it's going to take you 10 or 15 minutes to get there. You're going to park at the other end of the lot. You're going to walk out of there with $100 bill. And on top of that, by the time you get back out to your car, you got your time, the wear and tear, gas and oil, and then a cart is sitting there with a big old ding in your car door. And I'm telling you, I'm paying $6 gladly for that time back. And I think customers are thinking the same way.
I think in the
Absolutely.
Northeast, especially in the Northeast where the Honda store was, I mean, just getting around there, Dave, you know what that's like.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Right.
terrible. So if someone's going to come out to my place and do the work for me,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Yep.
That's a
Sa-
no-brainer.
Sandy,
I'll
you
pay
got your hand
extra
up?
for that.
I do have my hand up from like a customer point of view, kind of
You're
like
so polite.
Yeah.
You're so polite. Just jump in. That's what these guys do. Just jump in.
I put my hand up. Well, because if I do that, I'll keep jumping in all the time. Sometimes I have myself up. Y'all know me. So, from a customer point of view, I mentioned my kid. She's in Orlando. And for a couple of years now, when something goes wrong with her car, I've been using wrench.com. It's mobile. They come out, they get it done. It's the same mechanic pretty
Yeah.
much that comes every single time now. Jimmy. I know Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, because I'm paying for it but it's going to her house. So Jimmy's happy to talk to me and
Yeah.
figure things out. And yeah, it is definitely more expensive, but
Is it really, though?
Is it really? Right.
actually, I don't really know because I couldn't tell you. I don't know
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a little more expensive, but I don't care.
The knowing the tech thing is one of the things that Jeremy Stevens has talked about a lot.
That's
He
right.
said that's the one thing that they really notice about mobile service surveys is that the customers most often mention the techs
Have
that
a
come out to
relationship.
their house on their
And I
surveys.
tell you what, because these days I feel like because techs have to do so much more than they used to when like they got to do videos now and they got to talk to the customer. So, I haven't done recruiting for techs, but so I would imagine that is also something in their mind, in an employer's mind, right? When they're interviewing for a technician. But Jimmy, my daughter and I talk, Jimmy's missing some teeth. Jimmy is like, and we don't care because he is so nice. I mean, he is super kind and he gets the job done. He comes when he says he's going to come.
Yep.
And sometimes they have to order parts and he can't come till tomorrow, but it gets done. So
I worked for Ford for years, and my mom, she went to the local gas station. I was like, Mom, come on, give me a break here. I could set it all up. Everything was fast and easy for her at the Ford store. She went to the guy around the corner, her little buddy. So
well, now I go to the same Honda dealer where I, bought my car
No, she didn't go to the places you bought the car. She went to the gas station around the corner.
Right. Well, I tell you what, though, the minute that my service advisor's gone,
There you go.
he's why I go.
There's that relationship thing again.
Yep.
I think that's one of the biggest things that dealerships have missed over the last 3 decades is the fact that their lower retention is tied to their advisor
High
turnover. That they haven't figured that out yet.
Nope.
Yeah, what is wrong with them? I don't get it.
They would have to start to track it first. Come on.
True.
They'd have to start to track it to understand it. And that it tells a story when they drill it down. So if you know anybody who wants to know, I can help them do that. They don't even need me anymore. Chat GPT, just put it all into Chat GPT and it'll tell you where your problems are. Honestly.
I was doing a
So I have
FSR Plus install.
Questions.
Yep.
As a consumer, right? So my concern would be a couple of things. I don't do anything mobile. I go to the dealership. And in the past like 10 years plus, it was all David's department, not mine, obviously. Right? But even before David, like I would be concerned, you know, and now how do you know like what's backing these people if you do have a and what's how do you know they have the right equipment? And because I know there was one time David got his 66 Mustang fixed at a quote unquote Mustang shop. He drove down the street and a wrench fell out of the engine and he was totally on fire. Right?
Did he get to keep the wrench?
He kept the wrench. He probably went back and hit the guy over the head with it. But, you know, it's just, I feel like I have something to go back on if there's a problem. If they do something wrong.
If it's mobile service from a Ford store, it's backed by Ford Motor Company. I mean, you have the same warranty, you have the same benefits.
Okay.
You're not giving anything up as a customer by having mobile service done. I mean, I had one of the guys come out from a store here and change out a battery in the car, and no problem. He had what he needed, and you know, and a lot of times if you call up and make the appointment to do that, they'll ask you what the issue is. And if it's something that you need to go to the store for, they'll tell you that. Otherwise, they'll say, yeah, sure, we can take care of it. And they'll send a guy out and they've got all the tools and they've got all the parts and everything they need to do what you said they needed to do. So you should be covered. I mean, you should be covered if it's something like that. And I don't know about the wrench guy or Independence, but I know that Ford covers those mobile service vans just like they cover any Ford dealer.
So now I have to see, do all dealerships have mobile service?
No.
No,
definitely
I
not.
think so. Okay.
Most don't.
Because if
Yeah.
okay, all right. Because I was going to say if they have that, I'm not aware of it.
And I think it's a tough spot for a lot of the non-Ford dealerships as far as navigating who they're going to do their upfit from and who they're going to do their scheduling maps and everything else that goes with it. Because the scheduling is really the trick without having a giant map of your service area on a board and trying to figure out, well, there's this appointment now, where do I'm going for the next appointment? It's not automated unless you're contracting with some other vendor for it.
Or
Like Spiffy.
Like
that's
Spiffy.
what Spiffy does.
yeah, you could certainly go to somebody like Jeremy Stevens, who's extremely talented, tremendous character and integrity. And you can either learn from mistakes or you can learn from people who've been there. And Jeremy can certainly sidestep a lot of enormous cost and savings and time because he's already paid that price, and he likes paying forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we found out recently that Jeremy's fleet at Bozard is larger than Canada's entire dealership. You put all the dealerships that have mobile service together in Canada, and Jeremy's fleet is larger than that.
What did he have? 49 now? Is that right?
He's
So
over 70.
80, it's almost 80, isn't it?
Is
Or
it?
Yeah,
I
his
maybe
last
don't
I
think
knew was
so.
78.
yeah.
Okay.
The
he's
stores up in
it's massive.
Yeah.
The stores up in Canada, they just are afraid to go with it. But my understanding is that there's also no financial backing from the manufacturer up there the same way that it is here. But they're saying with the weather and the conditions from, obviously talking to stores up there that they don't see the value in it, which is interesting to say the least. But I can definitely understand the safety portion of it. I think
Yeah.
what's really cool though is seeing that there's so many import dealers that are starting to jump in and
They
jump on it
should.
and give it a shot.
They
A bunch of
should.
Toyota stores, some Honda stores, a few Hyundai stores,
Hmm.
and I think it makes sense, right? If you can get the right vehicle out on the road and be able to do the right repairs while you're out there, and really plan it right and geofence your schedule and make it so that they're wrenching enough driving, we can make this really lucrative and hopefully gain back a hell of a lot more of the market share that we've been losing. I mean, it just keeps going the wrong way on us, like Joe was saying, and we got to gain that market back. This is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's those ancillary gains that we can get with mobile service that are really important with mobile service. Obviously, the convenience of the customer, that's all great, but the fact that because of that convenience, maybe your customer is a lot more likely to buy their next car. Or maybe you go there and there's a different car in the driveway parked next to it, right?
Yep.
That you can now entice them into your brand. It's all those extra things that you get that don't show up on a financial statement anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, why not service that off brand while you're there, or give the option, right?
Well,
Gain it right there on the spot.
yeah, no doubt, and I mean, Jeremy will tell you they want to own the garage. That's what they call it. They say
Yeah.
we want to own the garage. We don't care what the other car is, what kind it is. We want to service it now because they want that opportunity when they trade that car in for them to come and buy a Ford or a
I just,
Lincoln from
it's for
Bozard.
me, it's if it's short-term expense or long-term gain. They see the big
Right.
picture and
Hmm.
they've solidified their footing as pioneers and road warriors in a way that
Hmm.
everybody should be. You're going to be missing out. You're going to keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, and it's just not going to happen.
They're
But I can
clear
tell
on
you,
their
having that
mission.
guy
They're
come
clear
out,
on their purpose. They're clear on their pathway from a learning and development side. All those things are clear. Like they have
Yep.
a very clear mission. It's not
Crystal.
how
Yep.
much gross profit I make. It's
Right.
to impact the quality of lives for our customers or something to that extent. They have a clear mission, and
Mhm.
everybody on the team knows what it is. They have a pathway for learning and development to teach people, right? That's what makes the difference. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not in a major metropolitan market.
For
They're in
heaven's sake.
that's
No,
a
they're
pretty
not.
small area that
It
they're in.
is.
St. Augustine is a small
People
area.
think of that like the city of Boston. It's not, but they're
Yeah.
serving the city of Boston. I mean, it's
Right.
amazing what they're doing. It's
Hmm.
incredible.
I can tell you one thing they're not doing is they're not smoking pot. Okay.
Let's not rule it out, Russell.
Okay,
Let's
well,
not rule
okay.
it
never
out.
know.
It is
I
Florida.
love it.
This is true. This is true.
Hey Dave, that repair I was talking about, that's the one I called you on with the starter.
Oh, that's the one where I thought your account was hijacked by
Yeah,
somebody.
I sent you a note and you thought it was a hijack. I thought it was great. But he came out, he took a look at it and he checked the battery and within 2 seconds he goes, nah, it's the battery. It's done. And he
Nice.
was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. He said, yeah, it's done. So he popped a new one in and bang, it started right up.
See, now you know why I didn't work on cars for long. 35
dealer-
years later, I still can't diagnose them.
I was going to say I had a dealer out in Utah as a part of Ford and as their fourth install for the FSR Plus program. And the service manager was complimenting his mobile tech because he got a great attaboy. He helped move the guy's couch in his house. And I go, okay, well, out of curiosity, what was he doing out there? He goes, oh, he was servicing his tractor. I'm like, his tractor? Yeah. The only problem with the Ford mobile van is that you can only do 2 tractor oil changes at one time before they have to come back and dump the reservoir. He goes, "We can get it so we could hold 4 tractors. Boy, I could make a whole bunch more money on these things." So I'm like,
So the interview we did today, they're building their mobile service on they're trying to achieve mostly fleet stuff, but
Sure.
they took on a dumpster delivery business, right? But they're also servicing the dumpsters themselves that need
Wow.
work. They're working on the dumpsters because they know they're getting the fleet work on the trucks, and they know when they replace those trucks they're going to buy them through their dealership. So they're happy to work on the dumpsters. And that's what you got to really start looking outside of your comfort zone when you start looking at things
it's
like that when they
hydraulicos,
go,
those Rams. Boy, that's
yep,
jumping off on something. That's good.
But I'll tell you, it gives you a really good idea of how much business is really out there if you
right.
actually go look for it. I mean, there
Hmm.
are entire industries that are built on the stuff that dealers won't do. And I think
Exactly.
this mobile service gives you the opportunity to go do it.
To
And
go
then,
grab
hey,
some of
guess
it.
what? Surprise, surprise, you make money.
Wasn't it the blue oval that cost us the business in the first
Yep.
place?
Blue oval. I remember it well. Yep.
You remember it well, really?
Blue oval. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when it
You
first
aged
got
yourself.
started. Yeah.
Yeah, you aged yourself on that one,
How
I
dare you,
remember
sir?
when Alan Mullally put the blue oval up in the largest home loan ever taken out.
Oh boy. All right. I think we
What?
exhausted mobile service. What else you want to talk about?
Well,
um,
what's the blue oval? Can you explain what the blue oval is?
it's got four white letters in the middle of it.
No, no. There was a program called the Blue Oval Program. It was
Yeah, it was
endorsed by JD Power and Associates, and
Yeah.
it was a training and accountability program
right.
to maintain and achieve,
Standards.
money. Yeah, there was a. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but it was very in depth training,
I see.
and to have that Blue Oval certification. So I
Yeah.
don't know
Blue
what
oval
y'all are
certification.
smoking, but that's really what happened. I'm just saying.
So, going back kind of on the mobile service, but actually bringing it back full circle, which, which coming back to CSI, right? So we're talking about CSI and the money that OEMs are giving towards it. However, most of or some of the OEMs currently are not paying for CSI any longer, and they're changing it to a retention line because they see that
That's right.
power. So in theory, does it make sense to alter the survey or how they're gonna get customers grading it rather than just get good, honest feedback because the dealers are not pushing for the fake stuff anymore because they're not getting paid on it. So now you get true feedback because the chase is on for retention. So you have to get better in your drives and mobile or whatever it may
That's
be.
right.
But now I feel like we're in a better position where we've been lying to ourselves for years and years and years, trying to get those 1,000 surveys or calling a customer and say, hey, you're going to get a survey. I know this didn't go the right way. I'm going to make it up to you. Just don't fill this one out. Not
Didn't
asking you to
Toyota
lie,
start that,
just don't
Kyle?
fill it out. I'm sorry.
Didn't Toyota weren't they one of the first one based upon retention instead of the
Yeah.
surveys?
Yeah, they just went to the 5-star piece and then they were grading it off of the one question. And if you were over four, I think it was 4.2 or 4.3 in the beginning. But my knowledge, they're not even paying it. But Hyundai stopped at the beginning of the year and they said, hey, we're gonna go on retention. We'll talk about CSI later on down the road. It's still gonna be managed and
Well,
there's things to
retention
it.
is probably almost a direct reflection of the CSI anyway, right?
Agreed.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, yeah, and well, or and not or.
Which one is it? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
well, I had to think about it for a minute. There's a lot of jolt going on here. But so, but the retention piece that is not reflected in is did you not answer the phone so that when the customer did want to go in, so then they did go look for the convenient route, or Did you not do a good enough job of changing the customer's perception that you're more expensive than everybody else? Did you not do a sales to service handoff and invite them to your service center? Like, there's so many variables that are in there that CSI is only for the people that are showing up, not the 80. I think Cox just put out that retention for dealers dropped another point to 29%. So it's not giving you a rating on the other 71. So tell me what's going on with the other 71%, and let's survey them.
No, they're not selling them tires. I can tell you that.
I think, yeah, but I think a lot of it is that if the amenities are there, then that's a part of the relationship. And it's still a relationship business, whether it's in the sales side or the service side. And if you don't have the relationship, then you're not going to have good retention. I mean, I was at a Kia store and we had a retention above 67%. And we worked our asses off for it. And we washed the cars and we provided good service. We overstaffed the service drive for advisors so they weren't writing as many tickets per person. But we knew that the work that was being done was hard work. As far as warranty repair orders take longer to process through than a customer pay repair order most of the time, unless there's an outside extended service contract that's not the factory that you're dealing with. And you have to allow those advisors time to manage those transactions, and but still pay them for it, pay them for the time that they're working. If you want good advisors, you're going to have to pay a little extra for it, but you're going to get good retention, which means you're still going to still sell another car, which means they're still going to bring that car back in for service. But if you don't go after that way, and you don't look at amenities as part of retention, I think you're missing it. I think customers are counting on amenities in order to make the transaction smooth. I'm probably one of the few people that have an extra car out on the street. So when I go to take my Jeep, yes, Jeep, yeah, I know it's going to break, and that's okay. But I don't have to go 2 miles down the road to my dealership that I didn't buy it at, but one of my friends is a service writer at, and I drop it off. He goes, "How quickly do you need it?" I don't care. Just when I get it back, I just want it fixed. He's like, "Not a problem. I need a shuttle ride home." And if I drop it off before 7:30, I'm almost guaranteed I got a quick run right back to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy.
There's that word convenience somehow keeps popping up in there. You know,
it is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Relationship and convenience.
But I think most people don't even try to call the dealership anymore to schedule. If you don't have the ability to schedule online when they want to come in, then you're going to lose them. Because most other places don't require an appointment in the first place. You just show up and you drop it off. But if you can't even tell them to show up and drop it off online, they can't get in through the phone unless you're using Pam or Numa. And if it's a basic transaction, yes, those can schedule it. But if it's diagnostics, I'm not exactly sure how well they work on that end. But I think there's too many hindrances as far as getting into the store for most dealerships to maintain a high retention rate because the customer can't get back to them.
Oh, well, my wife just took her Jeep in and had the check engine light come on.
Do you have a 4xe also?
And yeah, and they said it'll be 3 or 4 days for diagnostic. I'm like, what are you doing? Rebuilding the goddamn car? I mean, but hey, it's a Jeep, so I let it go.
I can see you saying that, Stephen, believe it or not.
I dropped it off for the 68C and I had it back in 3 hours.
No. It's been there since Monday, so or rather Sunday night. But we have 2 cars, so my wife doesn't care. She's got transportation, but she insisted on getting that Jeep. So
my Chevy was the same way, Stephen. It took 3 or 4 days to diagnose the problem. That was their turnaround time.
It doesn't really take 3 to 4 days to diagnose. Just getting the sunshine treatment for the first few days.
It's waiting for the open availability to pull it inside to the back.
Listen,
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, we're going to have one pissed off person in here. Sandy has had her hand raised now.
Has her hand up.
Yeah.
I have
It's like-
learned to be patient. Okay. And if it's not, if I don't get to talk, that means it wasn't that important anyway. But I have to agree. Oh, well, I was lowering my hand and Dave lowered it for me and I've raised it again. So this was maybe like, and this was not Mia. And Alec, when you said what you said, unless somebody's got Numa or Pam or one of the other ones, right? This wasn't Mia, wasn't Numa, but it was one of the early AI tools, right? It wanted to, it was trying to, and I'm driving, right? I knew I needed to make the service appointment. I'm driving, and product that I'm not going to say out loud, had me so crazy, kept going back to the beginning, that I ended up driving to the dealership while I was still on. I was so mad.
God.
I drove to the dealership, drove into the service drive, and I'm like, I am trying to make a service appointment with this thing.
I guess I must have good luck or something. First of all, it would never, there's no way I'm scheduling my call. I want to talk to a human. I don't care if it's an oil change. I don't care. It's either a human or nothing for me. But also, I haven't gotten any AI at the dealership either. And I can tell you right now, I would drive in there and say, figure out a way to talk to you because I'm not talking to you right now. I want a human.
I will tell you this. I've experienced some of these, well, Mia, I have some experience with Mia. And it is really almost like talking to a person. Like they're getting so good. I know that Mia has a time, and if I'm just making an oil change, I'm okay with that. But I did have a question, so I asked.
Right.
That's the thing. Like the AI is a great tool, and hopefully they'll train it so that when you say I need to speak to someone, can you get me to my service? Get me to my service advisor. It transfers you to a live person. But to make a oil,
just keep saying service advisor, service advisor, service advisor. Does it eventually just time out and send you to an operator? Have you ever tried that?
Well,
I have to say I'm the queen of getting around AI and people that answer the phone that think they're going to pass me on. It's really kind of, because I've had to do it in my career. So, but I'm just curious, have you ever tried?
The last time, no, I didn't need to. The last time I just made an oil change, boom, 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 quick.
So
It asked me, is this time good? I said yes, and there you go.
Well, properly done, it should automatically, as soon as you say, I'd like to talk to an agent, it should automatically
It should automatically transfer you.
The other thing that I challenge you on, Leslie, is the next time an AI picks up and it's not just a automated case bot and it actually can talk to you and perform on its own, that's actually been properly trained, and can answer questions and be able to think for itself with the training that it has. Carry a conversation, because I got to tell you, I called the dealership that I was supposed to call 7 times, twice on hold for 30 minutes with nobody picking up. Call a dealership that has bot's name was Alicia, but have Alicia pick up the phone, and at least I can carry a conversation with her and she can accomplish what I need. But more importantly, that store, if I am going to get transferred, there's a damn good chance somebody's answering the phone. You know why? Because all the monotonous phone calls that are keeping the advisors and BDC reps from answering the phone are now able to answer the phone. So honestly, I challenge you, next time the AI picks up and it can actually answer questions and not be caged, then please see how that goes.
I will try it because I haven't gotten any AI at the dealership. And I just got a message on my vehicle that says that I need to change my oil soon. So I'm going to be doing that.
Kyle brought up something that's really important, and then Tony's got his hand up, so I'll go on mute. But the training, right? Like these AI, I don't even want to call them bots, but these AI assistants, right?
It's a bot.
They can be trained to be like your best employee. You can train them
times a million.
it's pretty amazing, right? Actually, I think they're a wonderful tool, because they can and they're working on service and parts too. Some of them, I know Mia is coming out with, a service and parts uh option for their dealers. So that'll make that. I mean, how much time will that save? Anyway, all right, let me be quiet because Tony's been patient. Talk about patient. Tony's been patient.
Go ahead, Tony.
Hey, thank you. Two things. I use a tool at our dealership. It's an amazing company run by some amazing people, and they have this product called Dare to Compare. I'll tell you the one thing I like about it is we get the recordings from the Dare to Compare mystery shops, and it gives us the ability to listen to our competition and how they handle the phone calls. And some of them are good compared to us. Some of them aren't great compared to us. But as I listen to those calls, it helps us to sharpen our saw on how to answer those calls. So that's one advantage of that program. You may be familiar with it, but we've been using it for quite a while now.
Sounds fascinating. Tell me more.
Well, the people that run the organization are pretty spectacular too. So
there you go.
That's my backhanded pitch for a good friend of mine. But on the AI front, so I'm building those. I'm building them out for my client base. Not automotive because I don't serve. I mean, a lot of strange things going on there, but I serve RV dealers. I serve tractor dealers. I serve nonprofits, those types of things, and I'm building out AI answering services for them. And it's pretty amazing the way you can build these out and building out knowledge bases based upon their products and services. And it takes a lot of work, but once it's done, man, the people who the customers, when you give them the option to opt out, all they have to say is human, real person, and it'll opt them out and switch the line over to a real person. But I would say based on the ones that I've bought, that I've built and sold, the percentage of people that opt out of AI conversations is dropping very quickly.
Yeah.
The number of consumers that are just because you just get your order done. I mean, the basic one that I use myself is Domino's. And if you've ever used Domino's, you can order a pizza in a minute and be done. And you don't have to worry about the guy dropping the phone on the floor or cussing in the background and all that stuff, right? I mean, it's just done. And I show up and the pizza's ready and away I go. And so I think it's going to replace receptionist very, very quickly. I'm super high on them right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, they opt out on this AI to talk to a real person, and after the second time of the call getting dropped or not answered, then they'll stay with the AI.
Yeah.
I recently stayed at one of the hotels, and for the first two times I called the receptionist, I didn't even know I was talking to an AI, because like I tried to ask a different kind of a question, and the person and the AI was like, "Let me transfer to someone who could help." So that has gotten so better that I think the models are improving, and probably that's the reason it's going to become more and more human-like over the next 6 months, 12 months.
Yep.
So yeah,
It's
it's evolving very fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you've called a restaurant, any kind of sizable restaurant, you've talked to an AI. Whether you know it or not, you've talked to an AI because that's what they use to keep that whole flow going. And then, yes, if you have a side question or they'll refer you to a manager. But a lot of times the AI will go, well, hold on, let me check that. They get more and more human.
Yeah, you should. I mean, you've probably talked to some of my restaurant AIs if you're referring to that, because I do build them for restaurants as well. But it's so one of the things that you can do is you can into the knowledge library and into the script. So I'll upload scripts, and the scripts that I've written are using Midwestern dialect and words, and the AI will use those same things. Right. So it's not sounding like somebody from Harvard University. It's sounding like somebody that grew up in the backwoods of Wisconsin, which is where I live. So, yeah, there's going to come a time where you're not even going to know the difference. It's not now, and it won't matter. It just doesn't matter. People just want to get taken care of the first time on the call, and they don't want to get jacked around, transferred around, dropped, put on terminal hold. Humans are just done with that shit. Sorry for my language.
No, we needed that little extra oomph in there. It makes it all real. I love it.
But that's
I mean,
absolutely true.
Tony, I'll tell you what. I have really gotten close to Tony over the years as a friend and a client as well. And I got to tell you, all the things I don't even know how he keeps up. I don't even know how he does what he does. He's a magician, honestly. But you know what? I know this: if the dream is big enough, the facts don't count, and he's chasing the dream. Good for you, Tony.
It's funny, while we're on the phone, Russell, right now I'm building a nonprofit website. Many of you know I'm the founding member of the Automotive Partners Association.
APA, baby.
And I'm building an all new website as we're talking because we're now an official nonprofit. Raise your hands if you're familiar with the APA. Sandy, I know you've been there before, but we're an official nonprofit. So if you are an automotive partner, if you own a small business that serves the automotive industry, product, service, whatever you do, we now have an association. It's a nonprofit association, and we're building it out. It's 3 years old now, but we finally went official nonprofit, and we will be signing up founding members for the association, and we'll be all over NADA, letting you folks know about it. Sandy, I cannot hear you. Your lips are moving, but your mouth is nothing's coming out.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the APA, you can go online to the automotivepartnersassociation.com. Right now it's free. I'm sorry to give you the pitch, but some of you are automotive partners, clearly. I don't think I've been in this room before, but it's free. So you can go on the APA, Automotive Partners Association. You can set up your own free listing, whether it's as an individual or as a company. And then I get an email once you sign up. I'll jump in. I'll do some SEO work on your listing. It's absolutely free. And those who are signed up now will get in on the founding members of the Automotive Partners Association. Across all of our platforms, we have over 1,000 associates, members, people who have plugged into it. Now we're just bringing it all together under one umbrella. It's primarily automotive partners, so vendors.
It is. Now
dealers are also available.
If you want to know more about it, really, it's every Friday morning at 7 a.m. the best time zone in the country, Central Standard Time. It's on Clubhouse, and you can. It's really amazing. It's a great organization, great people, like in here, people with character, integrity, and that just want to be vetted, and dealerships going to someplace they trust that they can get the right solution for what they're looking for. It's great.
If you are an automotive partner, products or service to this industry, you're welcome to join us as the spotlight vendor. Every Friday, we allow a vendor to come in or a partner to come in, and we basically 3 things: tell us who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. And then we have a segment called the good, the bad, and the ugly. But if you want to come on stage and share who you are, what you do, who you do it for, you're welcome to do that. Again, no charge. It's totally free, but it's a great way to build relationships with other vendor partners. We do not endorse referral fees and all that. That's not what it's about. What people do on their own is up to them. But in terms of the association, there's nobody making money off of this deal. So just know that's exactly what we're about. But if you want to get spotlighted, reach out to me. I can help you with that.
Yeah, Tony, this is the first time in here.
I think so.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something about this mastermind. This is where I made my mark in life, in my journey. About 2 months after COVID hit, a month after we rolled out our company and just got our first product, our first store live, which incidentally we just celebrated January the 7th is our 6th year, our first store, and they're still on Hill Country Honda. Love it. Anyway, Dave and the people in this room have been an inspiration, and at making my mark and navigating and meeting some of the most talented people in the industry. Tony is one of those people, and Dave and everybody in this room. You all are mean that to me too. I'm segueing because at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, I turn into a pumpkin. And so, if nobody told you all that they loved you and appreciated you, Dave Russell Hill just did.
Yeah, baby.
Good night, pumpkin.
That was slick, Russell. That was
Not
slick.
everybody. Perfect timing, huh? It was great.
Hey,
Tony,
Russell.
That was
Tony and
slick.
I planned this whole thing out, and we ended up talking about the herb thing so Leslie would come on camera. Thank you, Leslie.
Russell, before you go,
What?
your picture reminded me that today I just found a picture of me on the night that I had my last. If anybody knows me, it's not a big secret that I haven't had a drink in 31 years.
Amen.
Oh,
So
so
I have a picture of the last hurrah.
oh, well, you don't want to even see my last hurrah, but when you say 31, I think we already talked about that. There's my 31-year chip
There
right
you
there.
There
go.
you go,
There you
man.
go.
Yeah,
The
31
picture-
years.
You got a fancy one. It's fancy.
Well, so at my club, we celebrate the last Friday of every month for single or multiple years, right? But my birthday is actually the Friday date is 12/1/94, so December 1st. I don't wait, so I order this from the token shop, so I have it December 1st. Let me tell you what I do. First thing I do when I get it is I text a picture to the guy that fired me. That set me on a trajectory to be clean and sober 31 every year. He gets a text on December 1st with this, and
Wow.
more to be revealed later. And Dave too. We're we all got. I don't know.
So 31's a big number, Russell.
Yeah,
31's a big number. This year in March, I'll be celebrating my 29th birthday for the 31st time.
Nice. Awesome. On that note, I want to thank you all for joining us on Fixed Ops Mastermind. It's been a
This was
colorful
great.
and fun conversation. Definitely want to talk to are you running the video?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do you think?
Definitely want to thank our sponsors, UVI, Parts Edge, Automotive Warranty Network, Target Automotive, and Fixed Ops Marketing.
There it
That's what I'm
is.
talking about, baby.
I want to remind everybody that we are live Thursday in the, I guess, second best time zone in the country, which is the East Coast, 2 p.m. So 1 o'clock where Russell lives, for We Are. If you haven't been to We Are,
Yes,
it is
you
an
must.
exciting platform and a lot of great women who are making big strides in our industry, and they allow some of us to join
Yes.
them, which is nice of them. But if you're around, 2 p.m. Eastern for We Are. Thank you all.
Can I
Yeah,
say
and
one
that-
more thing?
this-
Let me say one more thing
Where
about
can I
that.
find that? Where can I find that? We are. Is it on LinkedIn?
I'll get it
I'll
to you,
send you a
Tony.
link.
I'll get
Yeah.
it to you.
Thanks. Thank you, Russell.
So We Are is hosted by Charity this week from Fixed Ops Marketing, and she
Whoa,
has
no
Kate
way!
Bierowski as her guest. So.
Yes. Kate is awesome. Charity's awesome. All of you are equally awesome. Okay. Now my eyes are already starting to close.
Pumpkin, I thought you were going to bed.
I am.
Night.
Bye.
Every day, aftermarket shops change their prices. Do you know how yours compare? IntelliCheck tracks millions of real service prices so you can raise ELR, build trust, and win your market. IntelliCheck. Outsmart the competition.
Were you hoping that posting on social media would fill your service bays, bring you lots of leads, spread out traffic in the shop, work like magic? Here's a controversial fact. Social media isn't just for generating leads, it's for brand building. Brand building takes time and consistency and lots of work. But the good news is it's work that you don't have to do. At Fixed Ops Marketing, we take care of all your social media needs. We write, design, build, and post on your company page on your behalf, regularly and consistently, growing your brand and your audience. And we always stay on brand. Grow your brand, be consistent, and do it smart. Visit fixedopsmarketing.com/solutions, and we'll show you how easy and effective it is.
That's right.
Keep
Nice.
showing up.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Thank you.
Night.
Good night.